Hello everyone and welcome back to Just a Girl and Her Knitting. My name is Heather. Today is December 24th, so it's Christmas Eve if you celebrate. I thought I'd just jump on here and show you what I managed to get done. Spoiler, I got all 7 pairs of Advent socks done today. Well, for today. I'm in the process of packing up the last bit of my husband's Christmas present and putting his socks in our Christmas Eve boxes or bags or whatever you want to call them. I do them every year for the little kids, or well, they're big kids now, but I've done it for years. And then my husband, since we've been together, I do it for him as well. So basically we just get a new pair of Christmas jammies. Sorry, I gotta fix my hair. We get a new pair of Christmas jammies, some popcorn, hot chocolate, and they all match. And a few little things. The big kids get some gift cards to the places that they like. And then for the baby, we are doing just like a straw cup because she loves them, her jammies, and a few baby treats. And then the dog gets one as well. Bagel gets one. She gets a dog treat and a little bandana that matches. They'll get to open their, we'll open them all tonight after church. So we'll be going to the Christmas Eve service. But I just wanted to say hi and show you what I managed to get done. I did finish all of my Advent socks, and I'm still working on my handspun radio lover shawl. I'll insert a picture. I didn't bring it down because I was down here putting the baby to bed. She's taking her nap. So I'm sitting on the floor in my bedroom, packaging up the last bit of my husband's Christmas present and finishing up the Christmas Eve boxes, bags for the big kids. And then I'm going to go up and bake some cupcakes, making red velvet white chocolate cheesecake cupcakes. It's my favorite to make. They're red velvet cupcakes stuffed with a cream cheese or a cheesecake filling and a cream cheese frosting. I had to think about that. I don't know why that was not braining very well in my brain. So, all right, let's get started. So as you know, I've been recording every week, showing you progress on my Advent socks. Today's the 24th, so all 24 stripes will have been knitted. So we'll start with the pair I finished yesterday. So these are for my husband. I used the Woolens and Nosh Advent Pacific Northwest themed, which I forgot to say, you can find me on all the internets. I'll add it. And I live in the Pacific Northwest. I live in Spokane Valley, Washington. But it's Pacific Northwest themed. This is the bag, and these are all the colors that it references. Got an orca, an otter, there's a crab, Christmas trees, pine trees, I guess. I don't know. There's so many different Christmas tree style trees here. Pine cones, the eagles, mushrooms, salmon, mountains, all of that. So I got a fingering weight skein with a contrast in the Woolens and Nosh. And then I also got a, do I have it in here? The DK weight with the contrast. So we'll start, like I said, with what I just finished. So this is all I have left of the contrast for the fingering weight. I used it on my husband's, but I also used the Cozy Knitter because I ordered extra of the Cozy Knitter contrast. I ordered 3. I always do. I order 3 because I don't know if previous years they were only 20 grams, but now they're 30 grams, which I was watching table 10, and Rachel said that she didn't use her contrast that came with her Cozy Knitter set because it was only 20 grams. And then I was sitting there knitting and I thought, oh crap, if it's only 20 grams, I'm not going to have enough. So then I started to panic, and then I looked at it. It's 30 grams. So I panicked. Well, I don't know if it's going to focus. It's an 80-20. I panicked for no reason because I had more than enough. But anyways, here they are. They are cranked on my circular sock knitting machine. I used the 64 stitch cylinder, and I cranked all of it. And then I separated because Woolens and Nosh came in 2 pre-caked skeins, and you can get, it came with 2 color repeats. So I cranked it, I loosened my tension to be about that on a 1.5, a US 1.5 needle, which I have. I used my high sharps and a 1.5 to knit the cuff, heel, and toe. And in millimeters, that's 2.5 millimeters. But these are for my husband. They're size 14. So I went ahead and after I cranked the tube, I add a cuff and a toe, and then I measure to cut in my heel. I did add 2 rounds of the contrast to give me just a little bit more, because I think I don't have it on mine, but I wanted just a little bit more. And then for his heel, I knit 5 plain rounds. So 2 rounds of the brown and 3 rounds of the white. And then, but I wanted it to be at the brown color change, and I just wanted to add a little bit more. But we have 2 and they match. So this was day 1, this pretty blue, and this is day 24. So those are all done. So then so these are the ones I finished yesterday. And then I'll show you his, I don't have to put them on the sock blockers. So here's his DK weight pair. They were cranked on my 48 cylinder stitch cylinder that I have for my Earl blocker for DK weight. Then I again added cuff, toe, heel. I used a US size 3 knitting needle for that. I don't know the millimeter size. But here's that, all 24 stripes. There were some people saying that they were starting in different spots. And I know that was previous years, but this year all of my skeins started in the same spot. They all started with this really pretty blue. And then faded down and then kept going. So there's his DK pair. This pair is going in his Christmas Eve bag. Then here's mine. Mine are a little bit different. Not that we wouldn't be able to tell them apart, because he gets his heel cut in. So that's stripe 1, 2, 3, 4. I cut his stripe in at 15 because he has such a big foot, whereas mine is done at 12. So I did a 30 round hung hem. I cranked these also on my 64 cylinder. So hung a hem. So I didn't have to do ribbing because I despise ribbing. Then I cranked all the way down to day 24. Put in my toe. My heel and my toe are exactly the same. And then I put in my heel. I think I only did 1 round of contrast before starting the decreases. But here are mine, all finished. So those are fun. These are going in my Christmas Eve bag to wear for tomorrow. Then you guys know that I finished a pair for our friends in Wyoming. They got the Cozy Knitter Advent. I ordered a second skein. So theirs are going to look just like these. So hers has the sparkle, which mine is an 80, I think it's like an 80, 20, 80, 95, 50, no, something. Oh, it's in my bag. The shimmer is a 8416, but it's all the Cozy Knitter. She's based out of Canada. I've been doing these since 2018. And so here are mine. This is day 1. This is day 24. It's kind of cream. And then my white for my toe. I think 24 stitches, 24, or no, not 24. 64 stitches, US size 1, 2.25 millimeter needle for the cuff, heel, and toe. And then 12 rows for my heel. Yep, cut these in between for 12. So there's 12 and 12 because this is 24 stitches. There are 2. Oops. Then our friend, she has the same pair, and I'm going to insert pictures as well. I'll insert them here somewhere. Hers, she has a smaller foot than me, so I think she has a few more rows on the cuff before the foot. Here's my pair. Which, I don't know, I might wear these the day after. We'll see. I have on a previous year, I think my first year that I did, because I didn't order the contrast. I don't know if I can get my foot up here. But these are my very first ones I did of the Cozy Knitter, because I just used contrast that I had in my stash. She uses about the same colors, but just changes it up a little. And then my husband's, so then our friend, he wears a 9. So his are gonna look exactly the same. He just doesn't have the sparkle base. I should have done the sparkle for fun, but at least this way they can tell their socks apart. My husband and I can tell them apart because there are way more stripes on mine, or on his foot, than mine. So here's his. Again, cranked it on a 64 stitch cylinder. I loosened my tension enough to get to a 1.5. It's about 2 clicks from my sweet spot. Oh, hold on. Sorry guys, the baby woke up, so I had to go get her. But we'll do this really fast. So again, the Cozy Knitter, 1.1, 1.5 inch, or US 1.5 needle, 2.25 millimeters, and these ones are all finished as well. So these are going to go in his sock box. So I've packaged up all of his socks in here. Here, do you want to play with this? Here, look, let's play with some here. And so he didn't get 24 pairs of socks this year, but he did get 9, 10, 11, 12 total. There's going to be 9, 11 in this box for him to open on Christmas Day, which I can go ahead and put him in here now. So that's super duper fun. I'm trying to keep the baby away from the computer, or away from the camera, because I don't want her on it. But she's sitting next to me on the floor. So we're going to put these away. We can take these up. And then packaged up our Christmas Eve bags. Yeah. And then be done. And then on my handspun radio lover, I ripped out the what I had done, and I was reworking it. I've gotten pretty far, almost to the end color, so I'm gonna keep plugging along on that. And then I need to pick out a pair of socks to work on for tomorrow while we're at my in-laws for Christmas. But now I feel all disjointed all over the place because I had to go get the baby. But I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and Happy Holidays, and have fun with your knitting, and don't stress too much. Oh, I'm sorry again. But yeah, Merry Christmas Eve, Happy Christmas. I'm gonna go upstairs and make some cupcakes and get everything prepped for dinner for tomorrow, we're making prime rib. I'm making prime rib, and it's always so stressful for me. So, alrighty guys, I will insert pictures of our friend's socks and my handspun radio rubber to show you where I'm at, and then I will come back on the 1st, I think. It will be pottery time. Alrighty guys, thank you, bye.